Okay, more examples about subnetting. This is just when you have IP address with a subnet mask and you want to know only the valid IP addresses, the range of the valid IP addresses that you can use for your computers from that network, from that subnet. Okay, so let's assume it like 100.0.0.0, and they just told me it's /27. That refers to 27 ones in the subnet mask. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm still 25, 26, 27 finally, and 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. This results in 5 zeros in the end. So the power of the rule of 2 to the power of 5 zeros result in 32 total IP addresses. If I remove the network ID and the broadcast ID, I will have 30 valid IP address. I know that it starts from 0, so thank you. 100.0.0.0 is the network ID. The first valid IP address will be the first IP address after that, so that will be 100.0.0.1. Simple as that, /27, thank you. And the last valid IP address will be the IP address before the broadcast domain. How can I know the broadcast domain? Well, you need never to forget that the broadcast domain from now till the end of networking in the planet Earth, the broadcast domain will always be an odd number and the network domain will be an even number. So the broadcast domain needs to be an odd, and the increment value is 32. So 32, if I added 0 plus 32, actually it will be 32. Not that smart action, but I need to reach an odd number, not an even number. So I will shift back only one number, like I will have a hidden finger, and instead of starting counting from 1 upwards, I will start counting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it might be in that way. Like the 10 will be the 11th finger of mine. The idea will be 32 should be the last value, but as a number it should be odd. Like what I want to tell you right now, leave all the fingers and everything. Something cheat for you for the exam will be just take 1 from the 32, just 1. Take 1, it will be 31. Then your numerical value actually should be 31. Add the 31 to the network domain, so 0 plus 31 is 31. An odd number, 100.0.0.31. That is definitely your broadcast domain, and thus the IP address before that, which is 0030, is the last valid IP address that you can use. This is what I wanted to tell you in this example. Let me choose another number, so that another color, I'm sorry, so that I will tell you that this is a network ID and that is the broadcast ID. This is the second example. How about we take a breath and we continue with the third one, because that will be complicated. Okay, the third example, randomly someone gave us a very different subnet mask, like 72 1600 slash, they said /16. That refers to 16 ones in the subnet mask. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No, we reached 16. Hold on. That was 16. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 28, 30, 32. So 16 ones, 16 zeros in binary. In decimal, when all of them are ones, is 255. 0 and 0. It should be done, and it should look like that. This is the subnet mask. Okay, and what? Well, number of zeros 16. Okay, don't be lazy. So 2 to the power of 16, using either my brain or the calculator or a previous solved solution. I remember that it was 65,536. So that will be the total IP addresses. If I remove the network ID and the broadcast ID, the number will be 65,534, and that is the net value. This is the true value of how many valid IP addresses are available. They are 65534 actually, and I need now to write them officially, like 172.16.0.0/16 is the network ID. Okay, and the first valid IP address is the first one after that, so that would make it 172.16.0.1. Okay, the last valid IP should be the IP address before the broadcast. Now I need to find the broadcast. So let me show you something. What I did in the previous example, I took this and I took the 32 and -1 made it 31, and I added 31 to the network ID to obtain the broadcast ID. It was lovely. It was a peaceful story. Everything was done easily. The trick here, or the truth, would be, now think of it, the value here is extremely big. Even if I -1, it's still extremely big. It will make it like 65,536 -1 equals 65,535, and that is definitely not a value that I can inject in the fourth octet, so that I would say the broadcast domain is 172.16.0.65535. Not in that way at all. Then I will tell you something nice. Before you even take a -1, take the same value 65,536 and think of how much numerical values I can inject in this one single octet. Like the maximum number of values that an octet can contain, the variety of numbers, the range of numbers inside one octet. Well, they range from 0 to 255. That makes it 256 number. 256 number. So let me just assume that since this number is very big and it's bigger than 255, then I will definitely across that, because if I wanted to use my fingers and I started counting from 172.16.0.0 and I start adding values, I will say 172.16.0.1, .2, .3, .4, and I will continue. 3 minutes after that, I might reach .254 and .255, but I still need to reach 65,000. .256. No, I can't say .256. Actually, to be honest, I need to jump to the third octet and type 172.16.1.0 and continue 1.1, 1.2, and I still continue counting until I reach .1.255. That would make it 255 when the third octet was 0, another 255 when the third octet was 1. That makes it 510. No, I need to continue, blah blah blah, etc. I will give you another cheat for the exam, for yourself, for the trick, and that will be, since the number is bigger than 256, okay, because you can only inject 256 numbers here, starting or ranging from 0 to 255, then divide it on 256. Divide it on 256. Okay, so let me take the calculator and let me just type something as simple as 65536 divided on 256. The result is 256. Okay, I will make use of that. I will make a very good use of this number. How? I will type the result is 256. Is that number bigger than 256? No, because a minute ago, the 65,000 was bigger than 256, then I needed to divide it on 256. Done. Number 2, the second number that I obtained after the divide that I did was 256 itself. But is it bigger than 256? It's not. Then I will do nothing to it. Now I will continue what I postponed a minute ago, which is taking -1 from the increment value. I will treat this as the numerical value. But in one condition, to assume that we have reached the maximum at octet 4. So octet 4 will definitely be 255 now. Because if it wasn't, then I would never have jumped to the second octet. If it wasn't, then definitely the numerical value, the original one, was smaller than 256. Do you remember? So what I will do right now, I will treat the 256 as the numerical value of the third octet. Because how much time did I divide the real one on 256? Only once. So I will jump an octet. I have jumped a single octet, retrieved or obtained this number. Now I will treat this number as the numerical value. And that would be nice. 256 minus 1 equals 255. Sounds good. Now what I will do, I will add this value to the network ID, but I will not touch the fourth. No, the third. So 172.16.0 plus 255, and this is already filled, unfortunately, 255, and that would be my broadcast domain. If you think this is too much, I will give you an extra example today. So that will be 172.16.255.255. This is my broadcast. The one before it would be 172.16.255.4/16, the network ID, the broadcast ID, and that should end this example. Yes, should be done. Another deep breath. Yes, definitely, because the next example will be killing too much, like 10.0.0.0, and they said /8. Too much, right? /8 means I have 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I am done. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 28, 32. So I have today something different. 24 zeros and 8 ones. This looks like in decimal 255,000. And since I have 24 zeros, then 2 to the power of 24 will lead to 16,777,216. Scientific 2 to the power of 24. Yes, that number, that is correct. If I took 2 addresses only, it will be 214 valid, etc. But don't take the 2 addresses today. Wait a couple of minutes, because I will start the classic tale of every time of typing the network ID will be 10.0.0.0. The first valid IP address will be 10.0.0.1. And the last valid will be the one before the broadcast. In order to obtain the broadcast, I need the numerical value. The numerical value is extremely big today. This is not a dot, this is like a comma. It would be extremely big today, and I will not be able to inject that in one single octet. So I will take it 16,216, and I will divide it on 256. The same trick. The result, if it was a good number, then I will consider this one as 255, and I will start increasing here. I will treat the result as the numerical value for the third octet, not the fourth. So bring me back my calculator, and please type 17,666,216 divided on 256. And the result is extremely big. Okay, that did not solve the problem at all. So I will not make use of that, because it's 69,000. How about nervous? How about I divide it again? Again on 256. Twice. I divided that twice on 256. You see now the difference? I took the first numerical value, okay, and I divided that on 256 twice. So this is what I wanted to do. 1 minute. By the way, I'm suspecting, did I type something wrong? No, a little bit up. 17,666. Oh, it was, I'm sorry, yeah, it was 16,777. Yeah, I'm seeing, because the numbers makes no sense. in the trash. Yes, thank you. And yeah, I typed 17666. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, everyone following. Again, 16,777,216 divided on, because the decimals made me think that it's incorrect. 256, and the result was 65,536. This is too much, so again I will have to divide it again 256, and the result is 256. So 16,777,216 divided on 256 results in 65,000 something, and again divided on 256 result in 256. Now that is a nice catch. What I did, I divided it twice. So I will jump 2 octets to the left. I will consider that this one is already full, jump. I divided twice, so this one is already full, jump. So I will start adding the increment value to this octet. So we reached the level of 250. Where is the green? And this one, when I divided it, it resulted in 536. I had to divide that again, unfortunately, so it resulted in 256 again. So I divided twice. This means I have to jump 2 octets, and the result will be the 4th octet is filled based on this criteria, and the 3rd octet is filled today, and we know that the 1st octet is 10 already. Will I increase that? Well, let me see 1 minute. But what I know that 256 is the last number that I needed. Is it bigger than 256? No, 256 equals 256. Then I will no longer divide. I will only minus 1, so that I will get the odd number of 255, and I will say 0 plus 255 means 255. Finally, I got the broadcast domain of a /8. So 10.255.255.255 is the broadcast today, the broadcast ID. So the last valid IP address is 10.255.255.254. And these are the valid 16,777,214 valid IP address. In this video, we talked about 4 different examples for subnetting. In the previous video, we talked about only 1. If you still think, by the way, I will not give you that cheat. No, there is an extra cheat I will not give you. No, not in the CCNA level at all, because this might make you lazy, and there is a serious exam that you have for the CCNA. You have an exam of 100 questions that you need to solve in 2 hours. So no extra cheats for today. You need to master these by your own hands, so that keep changing the numbers, keep making it from /8 to /32. Do all the examples by yourself, always, and obtain the results. Be a real master in that. This will not be the end of the IPv4 addressing. No, more videos are coming, and we will do that in reverse in the upcoming video. Thank you.